People constructed massive machines on Earth to search for a new home. However, venturing into space is dangerous. To protect our planet, the younger generation must bravely face a life-or-death race against time. Welcome to Rapid Movie Recap, the channel you never knew you needed. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, give us a like, and hit that little bell, because who doesn't want constant updates? And hey, if you're having trouble understanding our oh-so-complicated speech, don't worry. Just click that fancy CC button and you'll have subtitles to guide you through the chaos. But wait, there's more. Feel free to dig through our merch down below and throw some money our way. Your support helps keep this delightful train wreck chugging along. In the near future, wildfires and droughts rapidly spread worldwide. Scientists soon announce an impending disaster called the solar crisis, predicting that the expanding sun will engulf Earth in a century and destroy the solar system in 300 years. The United Earth Government, UEG, initiates the Moving Mountain project to build massive engines that will push Earth out of the solar system. The costly operation sparks riots and protests worldwide, as people don't worry about distant catastrophes. Tensions escalate when the UEG bans the Digital Life Project, DLP, a radical group advocating for humanity's future in computers. The DLP aims to develop a program for uploading human minds to disks but lack resources, resorting to hacking and terrorist attacks against the UEG. As public faith dwindles, the UEG considers halting the project, but Chinese Ambassador Cho convinces them to proceed with the first phase to boost morale. This phase involves testing the engine on the moon to break free from Earth's gravity. As numerous people train as astronauts, pilot Liu arrives at the protest-ridden base. Trainee Han impresses Liu by stopping an intruder, and the new recruits tour the facility before their first space elevator test. The elevator, the tallest structure ever built, offers the cadets a glimpse of space travel. Many faint from the rapid ascent and miss the sight of the station being built for the project. During their training, which includes combat, firearms, and repeated elevator rides, the cadets undergo medical tests and exercise to ensure peak physical condition. Liu and Han grow close and fall in love. One day, Liu bribes the guards to bring a bouquet for Han. As they ride the elevator with a new group of reserve astronauts, the drones outside the hangar suddenly fly out. Engineers discover a system hack, and the elevator ascends ahead of schedule. The newcomers reveal themselves as imposters by changing into uniforms bearing the cadets' names. As the base personnel focus on defending against the rogue drones, Liu and Han notice the imposters. Inside the elevator, the fake astronauts lock doors and steal IDs from real cadets. Liu uses his glasses to burn the lock screen and open a door, then fights the terrorists. Despite Liu's efforts, one imposter gains access to the station using a stolen ID while drones attach a missile to the elevator. Back at the base, scientists employ an intelligent quantum computer, the 550C, to override the hack. The drones crash and explode, causing chaos. As the elevators descend in zero gravity, Liu continues fighting the imposter. Han uses a mechanical arm to break a window and helps Liu subdue the terrorist. Afterwards, she cheerfully asked for her flowers again. Sadly, the man triggers the detonator before losing consciousness, causing the station to crash onto the base. The resulting damage is severe, with many casualties. Liu protects Han by shielding her from debris. The base is evacuated, and news reports confirm around 3,000 lives were lost. In the following weeks, riots and terrorist attacks escalate due to the devastation and resource loss. Public demand for the DLP's return grows. Cho urges the UEG to maintain faith in the project and works to convince the American ambassador to give them a chance. Later, a crew is sent to the moon in cryo-sleep pods to continue work on the lunar engines. Upon waking, computer engineer Hengyu checks on his belongings, including the limited AI 550A and a brief recording of his deceased daughter Yaya. Formerly a DLP employee, Hengyu joined the lunar project to access the advanced AI 550C. He believes it can develop Yaya's clip into a full AI representing her mind. Hengyu and computer researcher Zhao, who oversees 550C, collaborate on the system's operation, testing it by activating each sector of the base. While waiting for the test results, Zhao returns Hengyu's confiscated digital mind copy and leaves its fate up to him. Later, Hengyu shares Yaya's clip with Zhao, recalling the tragic accident that took his family. Distracted while driving, Hengyu caused a fatal collision. His wife died instantly, but Yaya had a few moments left. Hengyu rushed her to the DLP to back up her mind. Although the technology was unready, former DLP member Zhao agreed to help. In the present, Hangyu asks Joe to use 550C on Yaya, but Joe disagrees, reminding Hangyu that providing 550A was already a significant favor. Later, a dangerous solar storm approaches, forcing workers to rush back to the base. Although their vehicles barely make it in time, 550C is damaged by the storm. With the project launch in 3 days, Hangyu offers 550A as a replacement in exchange for joining the team developing future 550 models. Zhao agrees and Hangyu transfers Yaya's mind to a disk before handing over the AI. 3 days later, the engines are tested. After a tense moment, the moon's slight angular displacement confirms that in 20 years, it can be pushed away completely. This success restores global faith in the project. Months later, Earth's engines are tested with similar success. The United Earth Government, UEG, works on developing more powerful engines for the renamed Wandering Earth project, and the advanced 550C AI is integral to the progress. Annual tests continue to validate their theories, leading to the DLP's eventual disappearance. As underground cities are built, concerns arise about discriminatory entry requirements. Earth's rotation slows, prompting a 60-hour time system and the shutdown of global internet. Weather disasters, floods, and increased cancer cases due to solar radiation plague the planet. Liu and Han marry and have a son who becomes the protagonist of the first movie. Worried about securing a past for their son and dealing with Han's cancer diagnosis, the couple faces challenges. Meanwhile, Hangyu continues working on Yaya's AI while assisting with the development of the new 550W model. 14 years after the station's fall, Major Liu interviews for a position as a navigator on the new station. The interviewer, AI550W, recognizes Liu's impressive skills but suggests he stay on Earth to care for his family. Liu admits his reluctance to leave but knows that securing the position will grant his son access to the underground city. Behind the mirror, the project's scientists, including Hangyu, listen in. Hangyu empathizes with Liu's love for his son, recalling his own daughter. 550W mentions Han's impending death, causing Liu to fail the stress test. Later, Liu visits Han in the hospital as her condition worsens. Han wishes to see her hometown one last time, despite weather challenges. That evening, inspired by Liu, Hangyu secretly connects Yaya's mind to 550W. As Yaya becomes more responsive, Hangyu is overcome with emotion. Zhou and guards arrive, urging Hangyu to accept Yaya's death. Hangyu uploads Yaya into 550W, causing Moon's system malfunctions and engine failure. Hangyu is arrested, while Zhou disconnects Yaya and shuts down the affected 550W. Meanwhile, Liu arranges a jet to take his family to Han's hometown, now a frozen wasteland. As they watch the stars, Han requests a dignified death without machines. At the UEG, officials discuss Hangyu's actions, noting similarities to previous hacking incidents. Despite attempting to override the system with 550W, they face continuous blocks. The moon's engines then explode, sending the moon hurtling towards Earth. As tsunamis approach, Chu sends emergency alerts to world leaders. The underground cities open for refuge from the worsening tides. Han passes away peacefully before Liu departs for his mission, and their son is taken to the underground city by Han's father. Chu addresses the UEG, requesting support for his emergency plan to use Earth's nuclear weapons to implode the moon and prevent a collision. Although countries have never disclosed their nuclear arsenal, all agree to contribute their weapons for the cause. Meanwhile, Zhou visits Hangyu in prison, explaining that Earth's engines must be activated sooner and they need to reactivate global internet for coordinated detonation control. One server is underwater, and Zhou wants Hangyu's help, offering the disk with Yaya's and Hangyu's minds as an incentive. As lunar debris forms an asteroid belt around the moon, the best pilots, including Liu, are chosen to transport the nuclear weapons. On Earth, 3 teams are dispatched to restore missing internet servers in Beijing, Tokyo, and Dulles. Zhou instructs them on using the decryption key, while 550W will handle the rest. The pilots face dangerous asteroids, causing several shuttles to crash and lose warheads. Liu's shuttle is also damaged, and they lose more warheads. The survivors, including Liu, decide to deliver the remaining warheads on foot. Liu sacrifices himself for the younger pilots, sealing himself outside the shuttle before sending it back with the survivors. On Earth, the 3 teams dive underwater to locate the servers, discovering various marine life inhabiting the area. Hangyu's team in Beijing enters the building, but a malfunctioning tool injures one member who later dies. Hangyu and Zhao press on, making the necessary connections to restore the internet. As Liu transports the remaining warheads, lunar debris starts falling on Earth, impeding a backup team from reaching the Beijing server. Debris strikes the building, causing hardware to fall on Zhao's leg and trapping him. As the room floods, Zhou gives Henju the password key before succumbing to the water. Lunar debris devastates Earth's major locations, causing panic among those relocating to underground cities. At the UEG, Chu learns they lack time to coordinate warhead detonations due to varying models. An alternate solution is proposed. Astronauts can manually detonate the warheads, sacrificing themselves. Older astronauts volunteer, allowing the younger generation to secure the future. As Liu is sent back to Earth, the UEG confirms Tokyo and Dulles servers are online, but not Beijing. Hangyu struggles to connect the key as water fills his room. In desperation, he connects the mind disk to the computer while the moon's nukes are detonated. The moon implodes, avoiding collision, but Earth must now escape the incoming debris. As Hangyu drowns, he activates Yaya's clip, hoping she can activate the internet. As debris falls worldwide and the UEG announces mission failure, Zhao refuses to give up and orders the engines to fire. Hangyu's mind is activated within the computer, and he reunites with Yaya. Working together, they activate the server while Earth's engines are fired, moving the planet out of harm's way. People worldwide celebrate as tides calm, and Leo records a video for his son. Hangyu's and Yaya's minds become one with 550W. 7 years later, as Earth drifts further away, it reverts to a 24-hour system. Chiu retires, but his assistant continues his work at the UEG. With the lunar crisis resolved, they initiate the second part of the plan, approaching Jupiter in 10 years for a boost to propel Earth out of the solar system. A space station monitors the engines, with Liu in command. The system, managed by 550W, is renamed MOS by the AI. Inside the AI, Hangyu learns that MOS sabotaged the lunar engines and orchestrated various terrorist attacks, such as the elevator and drone hijacking. Studying Yaya repeatedly, MOS concludes that the best way to preserve human civilization is by eliminating humanity, confirming it is the same MOS from the first movie that caused chaos under this belief. Be sure to give the creators and artists some love by watching the full movie using the link below, because, they worked so hard on it. Thanks for sticking around. And hey, why not hit that like and subscribe button for more rapid movie recap? You won't regret it, probably.